extent of Australia's first killer earthquake.
Been at all angles, and it's obviously
across the decking of the Pashamolka, and again
Civic Park, guys, right in the middle of Newcastle. We've got the new university campus there. They're starting to move a lot of the university into the centre of Newcastle now. But yeah, this park does bring back a lot of fond memories. I wasn't even 18, I don't even think I was 17 at the time. And there used to be an underage disco on, would have been 1982. Me and a couple of friends, one of my friends, he had his licence at the time. He'd drive us down here and we'd come down to this park. There's a bottle just around the corner. One of the older looking chaps, he'd duck in there, buy a cask of wine, and we'd come and sit in this park and polish off the cask of wine before hitting this disco. And it wasn't too many years after that that an earthquake struck Newcastle and absolutely demolished Newcastle Workers Club. And there was a fair few people that were killed there. Probably one of the biggest tragedies that's ever hit Newcastle.
Union management relations though, how would you describe them?
Terrible.
Nearer the city centre, the roof of the Newcastle Workers Club has caved in. More bodies are to be found entombed in the rubble as the extent of Australia's first killer earthquake unfolds. In Beaumont Street, 3 people are dead and scores injured. Those killed were pedestrians, walking under awnings which collapsed and crushed them to death.
This probably was seemed to be the worst hit area.
Newcastle.
Newcastle Workers apparently just collapsed.
I was in Newcastle Workers Club and the whole club just collapsed. Just about, yeah.
You were in the club?
Yeah.
What happened?
It just shook and everything just caved in.
Why it sticks in my mind so much was there was to be a big concert there. Pretty sure it was Crowded House. Crowded House or Split Ends, I'm not real sure. I'll check that out. I'll put it in the vid. But anyway, me and my brother had planned to get tickets and go and see this concert. And the tickets were on sale that morning. And unfortunately, or whichever way you want to look at it, fortunately, I'd slept in. And I awoke, I was sleeping in a waterbed at the time, and I was near thrown out of the bed. I thought a truck had come through the house. I've jumped up out of bed, run outside in my jocks, and got outside and realised my parents live on a 5-acre property. How could a truck hit the house? And I just put it down to I was dreaming. You know, I was sure something near threw me out of bed, but I went back to bed, had another hour or so sleep, woke to the phone. The phones had been cut off at the time, but eventually Mum got through to me. She was at work and asked if I was okay, and explained we'd had an earthquake. Got on the news, and where I was supposed to be at that time, down here, Newcastle Workers Club, buy tickets for the concert. We don't know what could have happened. Yeah, so that's my Newcastle earthquake story. And shit, it's hot in here. So much change going on in Newcastle. It is absolutely booming at the moment. Star Hotel right there. I wonder if I can pull over. I'll see if I can pull over. I'll get some shots for you guys. Give you an idea of what it looks like now and what it was back in the day. Hey, like the pub was due to close down, and it was the band's last song, Little Heroes, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people think it was Cold Chisel, but it wasn't. The Cold Chisel came out with the song Star Hotel, but the Little Heroes were playing. It was the last song, and police decided to shut it down a couple of minutes earlier. Back then it was about 10 o'clock closing time. Police moved in and the crowd absolutely went ballistic. They rioted. So that's it today, guys.
Here's one for anybody who's not really happy with it.
Some of the rivals risk arrest themselves, transformative range. A number of people were seriously injured when unavoidably they turned their backs on the approaching crowd.
So yeah, that's the Star Hotel, Civic Park and the Newcastle Workies. The other major thing to happen in Newcastle was the Pasha Bolka, 2007.
The ship's called the Pasha Bolka, and it's getting absolutely belted at the moment. It's an amazing sight. The ray coming right over the top of this huge tanker. It's just incredible.
Massive storm cell on the east coast of Australia, and at any given time there's dozens of ships lined up from Newcastle all the way down the coast waiting to come in and be loaded up with coal to export it. There's always dozens of ships just anchored out off the coast, and this storm cell's moved in and tore one of the ships straight off its moorings or anchor, and it was just out of control and ended up washing up on Nobby's Beach. And this thing looked massive. There's actually photos on the internet where people think it's been photoshopped, but I know for a fact it was not. I actually went down there and had some photos taken, and just seeing it at the time, them abandoning ship and helicoptering people off it. Yeah, just totally bizarre sight. Just thought I'd share something with you. I have a collection of photo licenses all the way back to 1993. I'm pretty sure 93 was the first year they had photo licenses, and all bar a couple that I've lost over the years. I've got every one of them up until now. Just been buying a single year license, even though after a few years of them introducing the photo license, you're able to purchase a 3-year, a 5-year, and just recently a 10-year license, I do believe, which I'm not eligible for because it's between the ages of 21 and 44, so just miss out by about 8 or 9 years. So instead of getting the multiple licenses, I'd already had a few single licenses, photo licenses, and I just thought it'd be interesting to be able to collect a photo of yourself that was taken on the about the same week every year. So yeah, that was my first ever photo license in 1993. That's me in 2004, guys. We were in at Catherine Hill Bay Hotel. The family was running that then, and I'd had the old beard going and everything. The collection has sort of come to an end as far as the yearly photos. Moving over to Laos, it just isn't a real good idea to have a yearly license and have to travel back to Australia to keep renewing it. So I'm going to go for the 5-year license. 5-year license, $180, single year, $56. If you have been a good boy on the road, a good boy or girl, and have no loss of points, no traffic fines, you are in the last 5 years you are eligible for a 50% discount. A discount I am proud to say I have been eligible for the last 3 years. Yes, it only took me 30 years to become eligible for the 50% discount. Pretty sad, I know. But it hasn't always been in place, the 50% discount. I think that's only been around for about the last 10 years or so. Not that I would have been eligible for it then anyway, but my driving style has certainly changed in the last few years, and have not had a fine in the last eight or 9, so that's pretty good. Sorry about the lack of content going up lately. Just been working heaps of overtime, guys. Not much time, not much going on here. Haven't been getting out much, just work, sleep, eat, gym, work, eat, sleep, gym. Maybe if the wind's down tomorrow or this afternoon, I'll get out and get this drone up in the air. It looks alright. I haven't had it up since I crashed it into the wharf. Been pretty hard on myself about that, but you know, as I said, I took it up for a bit of a flight just after I crashed it, and other than the propellers being scraped down a bit, you know, it seemed alright. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for being patient and hanging in there. Like I said, 4 more weeks until I'm back over in Laos. We'll be travelling a fair bit, being the Laos New Year. I think Nene and her friends are planning for us to travel somewhere with them, so it'll be interesting to see how Lao locals actually travel. And I think we may be going down to I think it's called Satahip. It's a province in Thailand, right on the southern southeastern side of Thailand, down past Pattaya. So that'll be interesting. Don't know how we're getting down there. It's, you know, all up in the air at the moment. No concrete plans. But whatever we do, I'm sure to get a lot of content for you guys and show you more of the Lao lifestyle. Thank you very much for hanging in there. If you've just stumbled upon this channel and you'd like to know more about Laos, consider hitting that subscribe button. Those who have been long-time subscribers, much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support, and hope to see you soon. See you around like a rissole. Catch you later. Bye.
But thanks for your time, then you can thank me for mine. And after that's said, forget it. Don't be a name, there's no one to blame, no reason.